Good morning. Back again. It's good to see you, my friends. All right. Got a brand new week on deck. And if you were following everything that we've been doing for the last 3 weeks, then you are happy, my friend. Because we're up about, let's say 300%. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So we're gonna hop into some analytics. We're gonna hop into the analytics. We're gonna look at what's going on. We're gonna do some security scans. I'm gonna update you guys on how everything went with the developers that I reached out to. I don't know. I may show you 1 or 2 emails from these guys so that you're not like, oh well, of course developers not gonna do that, not gonna say that. Nah, you never know. Everybody's different, and sometimes sometimes these guys don't have your best interests at heart. Let me just put it that way. But now, here's what we're looking at. Looking at BTC sitting here comfortably at 74,400, and we have Solana at 9707. Let's go. All right, so BTC is continuing its trajectory. We've been trending up, and we're trending up, right? But we already knew this was coming. We could just look at our charts and see exactly what's going on. So what's going on right now is not a mystery. Okay. Now we're going to jump into CoinMarketCap, our blue chip tracker. For now, this is our blue chip tracker. Well, at least an easy one that everybody can look up, go along with me. And Dex Screener is how we find these guys. That'll give you a few X's in a day. Beastonk, which is one of the projects we reached out to the developer on, is on an absolute tear. They're up 95% on the day. And look at that. Look at that chart, man. We're on an absolute rip. Absolute rip. So if you're holding everything that we've been going over for the last month or so, you are up. Not just up, you're up. Like you're up a few hundred percentage points. Virtuals is now 81 cents. Arrow is now 52 cents. Even MFers bounced back. Alright, they up 17% to 17% today. Base Juice is up over 100% today. Up 2% this hour. Over 104% for the day. Halo is up 12% for the day. Halo is up to almost 7 cents. Beastonk, we just spoke about. Beastonk is up 7% over the last hour. Up 91% over the last 24 hours. Miro Shark was up, but it's down 10% for the last hour. Down 18% for the last 24. Apes, remember, all of these Robinhood tokens had crashed. All right, Apes came back. It's up 13% this hour, up 80% on the day. Lil Uni is up 26% on the day. Bag is down 26. Still doing bad. SZR had a little bounce back and comfortably sitting at up 58% today. Moolah is still exploding. Moolah is up to 3 cents. When we first started tracking Moolah, I think it was at a penny. Moolah is now 3 cents. Asteroid is down 10% on the day. Moda is up 49% to 1 cent, up 50% now. Lil Bull, or whatever that token was, it's up 100% today. Kate spiked all the way to like 5-6 cents, and now it's down to 3.6. So like I said, if you were holding these, you made some money this last week. Deep Tide is up 3% on the day, 2% on the hour. Times are good right now. So I don't think we're gonna add anything new to our list today. We're gonna just check on everything, and we're gonna hop over to CoinMarketCap, and we're gonna look at the automatic flip. Nothing but mathematics. The automatic flip. We're gonna check on how it's doing. So if you were on the last 2 streams, I gave everyone an automatic flip using nothing but mathematics, nothing else. Meaning we're going to look at the tokenomics, we're going to look at the token price, and we're going to look at how many tokens are circulating. And just with that, we're going to find you automatic profit. All right. So we had on our radar, we had Dogecoin that's sitting at 9 cents right now. We had Arbitrum, and we had Algorand. And I told you holding Arbitrum or Algorand was a much stronger play than holding Dogecoin. And I'm gonna show you exactly what happened. All right, let's see. Where's Algo? Where's Doge? All right, here's Arbitrum. Arbitrum is at it's a tenth away from a dime, almost at a dime, and it has lower token total, much lower circulating supply. This is automatic money. It is up 32% on the day. Automatic. Then we compared that with Algorand. Algorand is up 17% today. It's up to 9.2 cents, and it's running. Much lower token total than Dogecoin. Now let's go to the one that everyone loves, Doge. And Doge is at 9.1. Now when we initially did this, I showed you all 3 prices, right? Doge was on the upper end of all 3 of these prices, and now the other 2 tokens have outperformed Doge. And they didn't outperform Doge because Doge, is a better project, better blockchain, or whatever. None of that. It specifically outperformed, well, not specifically, but in my opinion, it outperformed strictly due to the tokenomics. A big part of what a token can make and will make in the entire future, basically the entire future of your project is tied to tokenomics. So we cannot ignore that, and I do not ignore that. That's a very important part of very important part of getting 4, 5, 6x, 7x, 8x, 9x, 10x. Okay, this is very important when you're trying to lock in serious profit. Now when it comes to remember, one of my favorite things to do is to hold blockchains. So that's one of the things I try to do. I try to hold blockchains, and these blockchains tend to grow faster than your regular token. The reason why is because it's a whole chain. So there are protocols, there are apps, wallets. There's a lot of things being built on this chain. So being that all these things are being built on the chain, it has a greater chance for traction, because you have other developers out shilling their projects, and when they shill their projects, market their projects, they're also marketing your blockchain. And this is how this ecosystem works. So taking that approach, Algorand is a blockchain, Doge is a blockchain, and Arbitrum, all three are blockchains. So when you look at it from that perspective, you really can't prefer one over the other. So then, we just look at the tokenomics itself, and the tokenomics tells you where the profit is, at least in this case. And remember, when we started this little experiment, all three tokens were basically the same price. And now we've had the one with the lowest token total, which was Arbitrum. We've had that project separate itself from the other two. And there are only 6 billion tokens. So yeah, it's clearly separated itself from Doge, whereas Doge has, go back up, some ridiculous number, 155 billion Doge and counting, because they can print more. So when you look at it that way, this really isn't even not even really a fair fight. I mean, Arbitrum wins this every time, simply because tokenomics. Now we're looking at right now the market cap for all of crypto is 2.63 trillion. That is a good sign. I think we're out of the fear territory and we're crossing over into greed. Fear and greed index is at 79. Quite a few liquidations over the last 24. 284 million in liquidations over the last 24. That is a lot. Now let's look at the race. There was a pretty tight race between XRP and BNB. XRP has exploded. I mean, it's up 48% today. It has gone from $1 on the last stream. XRP was $1, and now it's $1.48. It's pretty significant in a week. Yeah, you can't ignore that. gone 48, gone up 48 cents this week. BNB is $6.99. It was spiked up over 700 earlier. Right now sitting at $6.99. Market cap 93.1 billion. XRPs, hold up, how can that be right? XRP's cap just caught up to BNB's cap, 93.1, and that's 93.05, and that happened in a week. That's kind of jaw-dropping. I did not see that happening that fast. I'm genuinely shocked. Wow. I am genuinely shocked at this one. I did not expect. Well, then again, I mean, look at it like this. BNB went up by 15%. Ethereum went up 30%. For XRP to jump 48% in a day, that's a lot. So people are getting behind it. Clearly over the last 24, I mean, it's just taking off. It's over the last 24, it's taking off. It's coming into new territory. Let's look at what ZCash is doing. ZCash is sitting at $833. Look out. Up 63% today. Wow. These are, a lot of these are pretty surprising, but like we said earlier, a great deal of this was expected. So it's no point in acting like this is brand new. We kind of expected a lot of this. Put in it. Let me see in the chat if you have been following our tips, our advice. Let me hear you put it in the chat if you made profit on the tokens that we've been following over the last month. Then let me see a one. Let me see a one in the chat. Okay. Where is Monero? Monero is at 422. We're getting some real jumps in these prices. That's not in a day, that's in a week. So Zcash is up 60% in a week. Dogecoin up 30% in a week. XRP up 48.9% in a week. Bitcoin is up 22% in a week. That is significant. That is significant, ladies and gentlemen. And since we're running, let's run. Sui is at 82%. Avalanche, which is AVAX, is up 18% on the week to $7.48. Even Shiba Inu is running. Shiba Inu is up 22%. Good times. Good times. So that's it's gonna do it for our blue chips this week. Hope you guys are holding some of them. And yeah, man. Celebrate. Now we're gonna jump back over to our DEX tokens. And B-Stonk is still the guy. B-Stonk is the guy. I would suggest you jump in and grab some before it's a penny. Because right now it is running. I like B-Stonk Hello. You could also grab Base Juice before it takes off. Not quite a penny yet. Arrow and Virtuals are doing crazy numbers. So shout out to both of those protocols. We're gonna have quite a few tokens experiencing liftoff. This is what a lot of people have been waiting on, for everything to kick back off. And right now we're looking good. We are looking good. Like I said, hopefully you guys jumped into some of the tokens we've been tracking. If we are, you're probably up about 300% easy. Easy. We got a few tokens up 100% today. So, good times this week. We're not going to track new ones because that's a headache. I gotta do a security scan on the new ones. We gotta go talk to developers, all this other stuff, make sure the project is on the up and up. But this is what we do. You wanna level up. Not financial advice, but I think you guys see what it is. Now, when we hop over here to our blue chip trading, our swing trading, everything's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Everything is trading in its zone, and seems like since early this morning, we've just had liftoff. I mean, had a couple of dips here and there, but we've just been experiencing liftoff. And that's part of this bull market. If you're going to take shorts in this market, minimal. Keep it to a minimum. I mean, there will be points where you can scalp. Say, for instance, like this movement right here. And then we came back and we retouched right here at the same point. Well, that's not going to happen a third time. If it happens a third time, it's going to drop. Period. That's just what it does. Has to gain more momentum. Has to price has to come down a little bit, and but to gain a little bit more momentum before we can break through the next range. All right, might have to come down to here. which is 96. What's that? 96.26. Yeah, to gain a little momentum, because this is telling me that it might be losing momentum, but we'll see what happens. Got a little time. This is the 5-minute chart, by the way, not the 1 minute. 1 minute chart I usually have on my other screen. So I'm gonna show you the 1 minute chart real quick. 1 minute. And 1 minute. Yeah, and if you look at the 1 minute, we're sitting in a nice little pocket. But look at that. Are we gonna break through that? Broken through this one. Or are we gonna break through that one? I don't know. I don't know if we have enough momentum to break through that one. Oh yeah, we did. We already did. Awesome. All right, so there's our 1 minute chart. You guys want to do any swing trading? But trading by these guys is a little trickier, so be careful. It's better to swing by these 5-minute charts. And yeah, just a little more accurate for me. Personal preference. And if you're looking for the right token to trade that way, because if you're on it, meaning that's all you're doing, is trading that one asset. And remember, that is what I suggested. I don't like lazy investing. It's a good way to set yourself up to lose a lot of money. I'm more with paying attention to what you're doing, and there will be clear signs where you should sell and hold USDT or hold USDC or whatever stable coin you prefer. There'll be clear breakpoints where you should shift from holding the asset to holding USDC. Now, currently, this is not a time where you should be holding USDC unless you just exited a trade and you know the price is going to drop. So you want to hold USDT so that you don't experience the impermanent loss. The loss from, you taking profit at the top, or you're going to lose that profit as it goes back down. You can either experience that, or you can sell it at the top, convert it to a stable coin, and then buy back once you feel it's reached a range where the price is going to reverse and start going back up. Now, for me, I don't care what the price is. I don't care if we're in a bull market. I don't care if we're in a bear market. There's always opportunities. There's always opportunities and windows. It's just whether you see them or whether you see them and know that it's an opportunity, and whether or not you can take advantage of that opportunity. Those are the only two things that are slowing you down. Those are the only two things that are preventing you from doing this 24 hours a day. All right? Seeing and knowing about the opportunity and actually acting upon the opportunity. So that's going to be what we focus on. Finding an opportunity and then taking action. Now, you may find other systems out there that in return you thousands of dollars a day. This is possible. But usually when you're making thousands of dollars a day, it's because you already have thousands of dollars to make thousands of dollars a day. You know, I'm just gonna tell you, you don't have to be a millionaire to make thousands of dollars a day. If I'm not mistaken, at one point I only had I had maybe a couple of hundred, and I was able to take that and make a few grand every single day, like clockwork. It's not that difficult once you understand the way things work, how things move, and the cycle that things are in. For us, like, we've been focusing on building. We haven't been focusing on trading. The only time we've really been trading is when we test out new systems, new bots, new automation to see if it works. When that happens, yeah, we'll jump into trading. We were trading real heavy, like I would say about 3-4 months ago. But we were also building bots at the time, and we had to find out if those bots were right. We had to find the weaknesses in some of the automations that we built out. So things like that'll slow you down a little bit because your attention is all over the place. And remember, my trading style is about focus. You take one asset and you trade it better than anyone else around you. That's my key to getting where you want to get in life. Almost any asset can make you rich. It's just the approach that you take to it, and it has to be mathematically possible, right? You're not gonna have $100 and trade Bitcoin, which is 77,000. You're not gonna come in with $100, trade Bitcoin, and then you just be a millionaire in no time. It's not gonna happen, bro. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. It just takes too much money to trade an asset like Bitcoin because it's already worth $77,000. Now, most of the blue chips that you see over here, the people holding these are already rich, right? And a lot of these guys are rich because I no longer have access to wallets. Be it because of an exchange or accident, lost, I don't care. But a lot of people have crypto that's just sitting in a wallet, can't be accessed. Yeah, it's tragic. It's good for people that are investing today because that means it's a big chunk of money down there that's not gonna be sold, and it just creates a floor. And hey, it just is what it is at this point. Water under the bridge. But most of these guys that are holding these tokens are already rich. The guys that are gonna get rich from them are already rich. If you really want to make a move, like I said, you have to find smaller projects where the market caps are close to 1 million or under 1 million. These are the tokens that can get you a 10x, 20x. And if you got $1,000 and you get a 10x, now you got 10,000. All right, and start from there. That's how it is. And in the bull market, you can easily do 1,000x in a year, easily. But you have to know where to look. You have to know where to trade. All right. There are reasons why some of these tokens explode and some of them don't. There are reasons. But if you have the right tools, you can stay plugged in to what works. You can stay plugged in to what's doing numbers, to, you know, what people are getting behind. People get behind really good developers. People get behind really good ideas, especially in a market like right now. Want to look for a project that's doing a lot? that's doing the most. Look at Kate. That's a lot of motion in the last few days. But you want to get behind projects that are doing a lot. Our project is doing a lot, but currently, I would say right now, other than our subscription-based simulators and our audits, we don't have any projects that are ready for the market yet. We will over the next couple of months. We're going to be dropping a couple of other things like the XRP wallet. But currently, you know, we're not selling anything other than subscriptions to our simulators and our auditing systems. Developers, we're here. We're here 24/7. If you need us to check out your project, you need us to give you a good audit, a clear scope of everything to do with your project, everything that is vulnerable to, then just reach out, leave us a message in the comments, or hop over on Telegram. If you see this stream, hop over on Telegram, hop over on Discord. We'll be available on both. And yeah, man, we'll link up and all three of our developers will look at your project, give it maximum attention, and we'll let you know which way you need to be headed or how you need to be thinking to keep your community safe and hopefully keep them active too. Because, you know, these days that's a part of it too. Keep your community safe, keep your community active. We're here to help with both of those. So if your developer doesn't have guys like us that come in, look over your project, make sure it's secure, make sure every line of code is on point, then definitely tell your developer, hey, you need to go check out these guys, Oracle on Chain and Pixelgod. They could probably help us out. All right. The more you share us, the more we're going to share this information, and the easier it's going to be for you to level up. Get that 2x, 3x. See, we already gave you the 2 and the 3x. We already did that in a week. All right. Go back to the last stream and the stream before that. We delivered. We've delivered on the 3x already. So now we're looking to go a little bit beyond that. Let's see what we can do in a year. I want to see just how high we can run this up. Okay. When 2026 started, I told the other devs that we're gonna build some really good tools this year. We're gonna form some really good partnerships. And we got a lot of people that want to work with us, that are working with us currently. And this year, that is only gonna grow. So, Oracle will be another project that you can invest in, but I'll keep you up to date when we're gonna go fully live with Oracle and what direction we're gonna go with it. All right, now back over here. Virtuals. This is one of the best. I'm not gonna say best, but it's one of the blue chips on base. And to be honest, I was skeptical at first. I saw this token maybe a few weeks after it dropped, and I regretted not picking some up. I mean, I think I've come to grips with that now. But over the last couple of weeks, Virtuals has been a pleasant surprise. Let me pull up some of these old screenshots so we can look at exactly what Virtuals has done. Let's see here. Here we go. All right. Okay. This screenshot is from, hold on, let me get the exact date on this. I don't want to be wrong on this one. The exact date is, come on, where's the date? Okay, Monday, August 17th. All right, so last week. It's from last week's stream, Monday 17th. All right, we're going to open that one, and we're going to open, let's see when this one was from. This guy is from July 27th. All right. So we got one screenshot from 27th, and we got another screenshot from last week, 17th. And I'm going to show you guys what kind of profit these tokens have made. Now, this is all right. This is when our list first started, right? We had Moda sitting over here at 1.1 penny and 2/10. We had Virtuals at 58 cents. Arrow at 45 cents. SZR at 0.003. MFers at 0.006. And Moda. Yeah, Moda we already. Alright, so that is what we started out with. Now we're gonna go look at MFers. MFers are up. They're at 0.0076 now. Virtuals is at 80 cents. 80. Big jump. Arrow is at 53 cents. Big jump. SZR 0.0021. 21. Now we're gonna look at last week. Last week, Arrow was still at 41 cents just out on the last stream. Virtuals 57 cents just on the last stream. B-Stonk 0.001. Halo 4 cents, 4.8. Base Juice 0.0002. That's Base Juice. Low Uni 0.0004. Way down there. Moolah. Here we are. Moolah. Moolah is 2 cents. Moda is 0.0049. So let's hop over to today. And where's Moda? Moolah is 3.13 pennies in one. Moda has, all right, since we've been following Moda, I think Moda has 2, maybe 3x. Virtuals at 80 cents is crazy. Arrow went from 41 to 53. Nice. So, yeah, man, it's been a good run. Hope you guys are locking in your profits. It's been a good week. Don't leave all your money on the table. Take a little bit and treat yourself to something nice. You know? But lock in. We're gonna keep following these guys. And I think we're gonna switch our strategy. Our main strategy has been, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with these newer tokens. But the blue chips have been coming through. Even though we did a couple of 100% this week with the new tokens that you're seeing here, the blue chips are a little bit more stable. So I'm gonna hop on and maybe do like a trading session with specifically blue chips where I'm trading like Solana or Algorand or one of the bigger tokens. I'll do a live stream. If you've heard of the YouTube channel Earn Your Leisure, they're huge. They're massive. They were this past week. There was a whole hubbub. They had the financial conference in Atlanta. Things didn't go as planned. They were saying it was like Magic City. Well, nah, we're about the numbers here. Period. We're gonna show you the math behind it. So I went on their show in their comments, and I challenged each one of these guys to a live trading session. If you're a subscriber to that show, I want you to jump in the comments, reiterate that, and let them know. Challenge is open. Live trading session. The only thing we'll use is the tools that we've already built. The indicators that we've already built, remixed, modified. That's what we're going to use. And let's go. Let's do this in real time. Because I think our tech is pretty solid. From a predictive analysis point of view, I think we have you covered. From a security aspect, I know we have you covered, right? And yeah, we haven't even done the real-time threat monitoring in a couple of weeks. So I think we'll threat monitor a couple of tokens that we're following, just so that we can see if there's anything weird going on in them. I'll track them for a week in the threat monitor. And this is open to any developer. If you want us to monitor your project 24/7, that is available as a subscription. And I think your community would be happy if you had a team like ours, just sitting back, waiting on everything to move, and then you can move accordingly. Now, one of the reasons that I held on to a couple of these tokens was specifically because the developer was positive when I reached out. For instance, this guy, Beastonk. Look at that. And when I reached out to the developer, and you guys saw it here in stream, I went into their Telegram and let them know, hey, we just broke down your project on stream. Just want to send a shout out and touch base with the developer and see what's going on. We also did the same thing for the token that was in Mandarin over on Twitter. So we looked at both of those projects, went and talked to the developers. One wasn't responsive, one was. The one that wasn't responsive, project kind of tanked. That's just what it is. The one that was responsive, hey, we're up maybe what, that 1.5x, maybe 2x. So not bad for a week. And we're gonna do that again next week. And we're gonna add that to something that we do all the time, because we're always reaching out to these guys, seeing if they need audits done. So we're in their DMs anyway. So it's nothing to pull them up here on stream and go ahead and dissect their project. Now, when we dissect these projects live, listen, if the contract is good, then we're going to say it's good, right? It's just like I told you over here. Don't fall for any of these. Like, they have automatic security scanners, but they don't go as in depth as we do when we do a scan. See, this is only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is about 15, 16 points that they are checking. We go more in depth, a lot more in depth. Our goal is to see every single thing. If there's any way to affect your contract, that's what we're looking for, right? So do not get a false sense of security from, this quick intel and Go Plus security. Now, they are good for singling out if a project has tax, or if a project is a honeypot or whatever. They're good at, fishing that out, but they're much weaker when it comes to more complex attacks. And attacks can be very complex. All right. It can come, well, I'm not going to break down all the different forms that it can come in. Just know that some of them are very complex. Some are simple. And you just wrote a bad contract and lost it on chain. Shame on you. So some are simple, but some are very complex. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. But so far, all of the guys that we've gotten into, that we've invested into, it's been because, we had a positive feedback after we did their scan. And if you're looking at some of our docs over on Telegram, you'll see that projects that do take security seriously, they perform better. And it's not even close. The projects that take security seriously perform 40 times better than projects that don't. And it's usually an instant injection of capital from the community, from whoever is looking at your project. If you bring in a security firm like ourselves, and if any of you guys will be at the security, the NFT NYC security conference next week at Certec. Well, not next week. Where's it next week? Yeah, it's like a week, maybe week and a half from now. If any of you guys will be there, we will be there. We may be hunting vulnerabilities and bugs. We have some Cadillacs that we want to show off a little bit. So we may be hunting bounties there with Certec and a lot of other security experts. So if you can join us, you'll have to get approved. So drop me a message. I'll see what we can do. Knowledge usually gets us into a lot of good conferences, a lot of good places. So yeah, shout out to Knowledge over on TG, staying on top of everything. We're gonna show up and show out. Trust me when I say we're gonna be ready. And I'm not bringing the big laptop. I'm bringing the little cute notebook one that has no power. And we're still gonna get it done. All right, so that's enough. It's enough talking about security. Let's talk about these X's. We're having a pretty good day. Virtuals is down a little bit on the hour. Okay, a lot of people are taking profit right now. Even over here in B-Stump, people are taking profit right now. Boom, that's what that is. That's that little 21% over the course of the last hour. But this is normal. Anytime we have increases like we've seen, you're gonna have these pullbacks once everybody realizes, holy crap, I just made considerable profit in a short amount of time. What should I do? Sell. Instantly. Sell. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it twice. None of that. Sell. Alright. But we're gonna get ready to wrap this one up. It's been an awesome week. An awesome Monday. And if you're out there trading, be careful. Don't take things for granted. Remember your wallet hygiene. If you've had that wallet for over a year, time to switch it up. Get rid of it. Time to get a new one. Time to switch it up. Don't lock into a wallet like that. You never know who's tracking you, who's watching your wallet, who's trying to find a way in. There are a lot of bad actors out there that would just love for you to just keep the same old wallet every day. Just forget about securing your money. I'll be the first one to tell you, get rid of those bad habits. 2026 and this tech is more aggressive than ever. So be careful. Don't click any links that you do not know. You go to a crypto project, anything related to crypto, make sure you get it from the original source. That's why we have so many links in our description. If you'll notice under our YouTube description, there are tons of links. The reason we have this is because we don't want you Googling or clicking on in a Telegram, whatever form or whatever, any links to us. Come directly to us, come directly to the source to get the links to everything that we do. This is the safest way to move. Do not fall for these scammers that are putting links all over the place, trying to get you to click on, whatever, some new bot that makes you money or whatever. Doesn't matter. Be careful out there. Don't fall for it. We're going to be back on Wednesday with Web3 Wednesdays. We're going to have news for you. We have some brand new hacks this week. We're going to update you on those on Web3 Wednesdays. We're going to update you guys on XRP, what's going on over there. And we're going to look at a projection next Monday, next Market Monday. We're going to look at a projection. We're going to predict where Bitcoin is going to top out. Because we know we're on a run, right? We're on a run. But we're going to project how far we're going to go. We were close with the top at the last run. Said it would get to 125. Got a little bit higher. This run, I think Well, we'll save that for next week. That give you a reason to come back. But alright, this is gonna do it for me. Until next week, not next week, until Wednesday, for Web3 Wednesdays. Pix, I want you to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and come back next time. Because you can see in just a month, you see what we've been doing. Alright, so it's gonna do it for this one. Appreciate y'all. Glad to see you back. Hope to see you again. I'm out.